Morning, fellas. It's like 4:30 in the morning. I get hard time sleep because my knee hurts, and might as well take out this one. Play around a little bit. Make the best out of it. Stay tuned. Look at me, all packed up and ready to go. Ready to limp away. So it's like a beautiful morning, and I've been here for the last hour and a half, and I just put her up. She's currently doing a hyperlapse. Check this out.
How you value these words.
So the one thing that I totally dig about this Autel Evo Lite Plus is that it's like so quiet. She's like only like 50 feet above me, and I can barely hear it. Like barely. It's really cool. I really dig that. So it's doing like this whole hyperlapse thing all on its own. So you guys can see right there. And she's like literally like right there. This lens sucks for that.
Hey, are you alright? They asked me, sitting with a glass of whiskey, eyes glazed over, looking at the skyline. Said, friend, you know I love this city, but sometimes you have to excuse me. I let myself get lost up in my mind, and I go to my countryside. Take some time, remember the night, sitting by the fire, leaning back, watching the red sky sunset. Let those bare feet sway and swing, feel that warm breeze in that piece of my mind. My countryside.
So while flying, the one thing that I've noticed is like, why did you give me ND filters if you even in Pro mode don't give me full control of the manual settings? So there's always something that is automated. So unless I missed something, I still have to figure out a little bit more, but I tried to readjust it, but as soon as I had ND filters on it, it just automated itself. I mean, check it out over here on the screen recording, you can see that it was either the exposure, or it was the aperture, or it was the ISO. Something always wanted to adjust itself. It defeats the purpose if you give me ND filters, but you don't give me the full options to be able to have manual settings, guys. So, like I said, unless I missed something, but I'll take you to a different spot, and I'll try see if I can figure it out. So I actually went home because I also forgot to take my pain meds. But as soon as I slapped in the last battery and I started up my drone, I ran into the update. Are you serious? I'm sitting there, I'm missing that for an update? So I guess I gotta wait. Alright, the update finished. Let's do this.
From my dusty lips hangs a path
are my first impressions? Autel Evo Lite Plus. Well, she's lighter than my Evo 2 Pro, of course. She's smaller. She looks the same, but flight characteristic wise, she flies more like a DJI, which is really smooth, especially if you put it into smooth mode. Like the gimbal ramp is like, it's phenomenal. You can get some really nice shots out of this. What bugs me about it is that you will be given ND filters with the drone, which is great, but they don't give you the full manual settings. So somehow, somewhere, unless I still have to figure it out, there's always some sort of auto adjustment inside there, so you don't have the full spectrum of manual to keep the image to the way that you want it to be. Another thing I've noticed is when I played around with the white balance a little bit, it's really reddish, like really reddish. If you go up into the 5K during a sunrise in the morning, the image is a little bit distorted at a point until I went below like 49, 47-ish. Then it came more natural, and that is another thing, that it's a color profile issue. So that one, all these things are technically seen firmware related, so the firmware still can be updated in it. Flight characteristic wise, stability wise, noise wise, this drone is well worth the money. I totally dig it. And like I said, if they change the firmware and give you full control of manual settings for your videos, then I have no problem of announcing this probably going to be the Air 2S of 2022. Price wise, we're running around $1,700. That's the deal that I picked up from Amazon. Link will be in the description below if you want to pick it up. It's well worth it. Battery life wise, I got out like 30+ minutes per battery. You get 3 batteries, so you're up in the air for at least an hour and a half, which is tremendous, which is like really good. It stressed me out every single time because I fly a lot above water, so I'm scared that I'm gonna drop $1,700 into the ocean, but not with this one. Like I remember that my first flight with the Evo 2 Pro, which was at that time $2,500, was I was way more nervous about it and less confident than I was with this. So it's the first time out of my studio really filming anything out here, like a vlog. Damn, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous. Time to take off. Like, I started flying this as soon as she was hovering in front of me. She's like super solid, super stable. I had some wind down by the ocean side, especially the cliff side. She wouldn't even budge. She's like super solid. She flies very stable. And so far, first impression, man, I'm glad I picked it up. Definitely glad I picked it up. The controller feels great together with my Skyfire aerial mount kit that I have on top. The review for that one I did there somewhere. Check it out if you want to. And it's a tremendous drone. I really like it. My first impression is definitely a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already and you want to pick one up and you're in that price category, I mean, it's still 17, or it comes out after taxes probably like 18 something. It's a lot of money, you know, but if you want to really get into the field, this is definitely the competitor to get. Yes, there's still not 10-bit available for this, which in many cases people criticize at this point, but even that is, in my eyes, is software related, so it can be fixed with a software or firmware upgrade, which I hope Autel is going to follow through with. And so far they haven't let us down. I had no issues with the gimbal whatsoever, like horizon tilt, any of that. I never had any of that stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, please don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you guys want to be notified about more videos of mine. And then besides that, don't forget, be a nice human and make somebody else smile, and definitely pay it forward. Love you all, guys. Aloha. So what are my first impressions? The first impression is that I'm not centered. It's like so smooth, and it's like really good. What are you doing? What are you doing? God, stop. You are on my bad knee. You're on my bad knee right now. I'm trying to film here. What are you doing? I'm trying to film here. Yeah, you.